Don Wells is one of the biggest pedos in my opinion, and they continue to take his word about what happened to Summer Wells.
Jeannie specifically, starting at the age of 5, and it continued for many, many years.
You hear this?
And Mary was also victimized, and they were very strong, very powerful, came out about 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, when Summer went missing.
You hear
and
that?
they had reached out to law enforcement to tell them their story, and that they were very concerned with the disappearance of Summer. And for Jeannie, the abuse started at the age of 5, and it lasted over 7 years. And all of those cases were reported to law enforcement. Law enforcement investigated it. They even contacted and interviewed Don. But unfortunately, the statute of limitations had expired in the state of Utah. So neither Mary nor Jeannie have ever received justice in the court of law for the abuse that they endured at the hands of Donnie and his
You hear that?
Mike. She has spoken about this very bravely. I've always considered her an amazing advocate for women's rights and SA victims' rights, as well as she has empowered many, many women.
I mean, I can see why the interview room is just on this case. And you're right. I mean, Cynthia, when you look at this picture, right? When I look at this picture, it gives me the icks bad. And I don't know why. And it's not because she's not cute. I have pictures of Baby Guilty when she was little and dirty, and we're at the ranch. But this just gives me an icky feeling, this picture. Anything that Don is in and the things that he says about little girls and children. And there you go, Synth. You're right. Damn. I've only been on YouTube for a little over 2 years. This is the 5-year anniversary of Summer Wells missing. So that gives you perspective on the information that these people have that have been following this case.
Who are potentially dealing with that violence. And so Mary's spoken about the broader family environment to us, to both Josh and I, including generational issues and how Don's behavior fit into this. And so once Summer went missing, they had reached out to law enforcement there in Hawkins County to report their incidents and basically tell them that they needed to take a hard look at their stepbrother. Mm-hmm. Did I miss something, Mary?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. So, yeah.
Okay. Keep me on the straight and narrow, as you always.
And guys, you guys know boys. That happens to boys as well. Does it make you wonder if Don was doing that to the children, the boys as well? I mean, these predators don't have boundaries. What's up, Vermont? Hey, did you forget about me? I haven't seen you. Did you notice it looks like she's wearing mascara in the picture? I don't know how anybody can let that man raise a child ever. I don't know. That's what we're talking about right here. His stepsister's talking about how he used to do that with the other children. They all did.
Boys do.
Right.
But the interesting thing about that, they gave some tremendous insight in Don's personality and Don's behavior. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, Mary's been able to provide a perspective on Don's history, his patterns of denial and minimalization, how he frames incidents, and his family interactions, and how he hid his behavior, not only from his parents, but from other people around him in the circle of his influence.
You should be locked up.
And his family interactions.
Damn, dude.
She's also been an advocate, noting how his public statements don't quite align with his and hers lived experiences.
I'm going to go a little bit more forward because, I mean, again, we're at 1.5 and this is a long stream. I just want to give you an idea what's going on. You guys can do what you want with that.
Between 1990 and 2001, of attempted aggravated assaults, interfering with public servants, forgeries, burglaries, burglaries of dwellings, many theft cases, narcotics cases. Is that your husband? Tell him I said hi.
Chris said hi.
He's like, hey, man.
If you were to write up Don Wells's rap sheet, you'd have to have it on a CVS receipt.
Yeah.
I'll bet his rap sheet is a mile long.
So, I mean, I think we can all come to a conclusion that, there was probably that along with everything else. And thank you for that. I I did find out about that. What I'm going to do right now is go ahead and just let you guys, the interview room is covering this right now. There's like 4,000 people watching. They're way ahead of where I am on this case. Well, he does it all the time. So if you go forward, they're going backwards and they're talking about the interviews. If you look before, they're talking about everything that you could possibly want to talk about to go back on this case and rethink and maybe find something new. That's what the interview room's doing right now. So I'm going to drop that link in chat, and then I'm going to say a prayer for Summer, that she gets the justice she deserves. And then I'm going to show you a Timothy Hudson clip. He got taken into custody, guys, by the U.S. Marshals. And you know, when we're doing this, when we're presenting true crime here, we're doing it for a reason, right? We're doing it to give it more of an outreach, to get somebody that may not have seen that or known about the case, right? We're doing that for the outcome. We're doing that for, look at the case that we just covered with the lady that's, now why is her name escaping me right this very second? Why can't I think of the name? We just thought she does crystal balls and tarot cards. Melanie, right? Anyway, we do it so we can find and make progress in these cases. And she literally took her whole channel down. I can't think of the name right now. What's up, KCH Crime? How you doing? Kathy, good to see you. Yeah, we need justice for Summer. But when we cover these cases, we do it for a reason, not just to rehash. I know, yeah. Unless I have notes in front of me, I am terrible. The girls, I'll ask them the same thing. I'll ask the same question like 4 times, and they're like, you asked me that last week. I'm like, girl, I don't remember. But particularly what we're talking about is making progress with a case, right? Being able to see tangible progress being made. And we saw that last week by Federline. That's the name. I could not think of the damn name. I'm looking for it, right? Eve Rogers and her mom, Melanie Federline, with her husband exploiting the daughter days before her death. Her channel came down. All right. So that's what we want to do. Thank you. That was the last comment. So 5 years later, where is Summer Wells, and who did this? Who, what, when, where, and why? And what is law enforcement doing now? I spilled my drink. Dang it. I'm going to play this clip real quick. I just opened my drink and I spilled it. Hold on. Let me put this up because I want you guys to see this. I'm going to make sure it's at regular speed. And remove. Yes, I'm gonna catch you guys up this week on anything I need to. This is on a top priority, depending on how much information comes out.
The boy has been ordered into custody while awaiting trial for the rape and murder of his stepsister on a cruise ship. Anna Kepner was found dead on the Carnival Horizon in November. Timothy Hudson is a juvenile, but will be tried as an adult in federal court. Now, keep in mind, there is no federal facility designated to hold juveniles, which posed a bit of a challenge to the judge. Hudson, seen here at a previous court hearing, was originally allowed to remain free while awaiting trial, living with a relative. But after his criminal case was transferred to adult prosecution earlier this year, the government asked that the 16-year-old be locked up. Prosecutors say Hudson violently raped his 18-year-old stepsister, Anna Kepner, on a cruise ship and then killed her, likely by putting Kepner in a chokehold until she died. Now, a federal magistrate judge has sided with the government and ordered Hudson to be held in a state-run detention facility in Miami until his trial, which is currently scheduled for September. The judge found that Hudson, who faces life in prison if convicted, potentially poses a danger to other family members and to himself if he's allowed to remain free. According to the judge, there is serious concern that Hudson could, quote, snap at any time. While Hudson is in custody in Miami, the judge says he will have access to mental health treatment if needed, and his family will be allowed to visit him. Mike DeForest, News 6.
All right,
A
so
16-year-old boy is
I'm actually really excited that he is being taken, or he's been taken into custody. And no, definitely not the chocolate milk spill, but it's funny that you say that because we have that vacuum that we put a fund for the stuff that baby guilty her messes, and we were using that this weekend in the RV. Yeah, she's 11 now, so she doesn't make those kind of messes anymore. But yeah, nothing the lady won't clean. I just cracked open this Red Bull, and the universe said, you don't need to drink that. It's 7:00, and it spilled itself. Anyway, guys, this is exciting. When we see something like this happening, that's great news.